Welcome and thank you for sharing and supporting the SALA Festival of the Arts. As you know, over 6,000 artists participating this year. It's a huge part of the visual calendar we've got more people coming, the visual calendar of our state. And it's a huge part of my life. And it gets me really busy in August, which is amazing because we have like 4 or 5 birthdays in August now. It's a bit crazy. But it's important that we make time for the visual arts as well as for drama and music and song and dance. This artist talk will be a little bit different. And I hope you bear with me as I pull various threads together to weave my story. Earlier this year, I was challenged to express in words my art practice. It was part of an expression of interest in a residency. Now, you might have think that I would have covered this quite fully in all the artist talks I've done before, but I realised I hadn't. And I haven't really spoken of or visually addressed the core of my art practice. The reality is we often protect that core. It's intensely personal and it's what drives our creativity. And while it's true that I haven't wanted people to view my art through the prism of my thoughts and my personal reasons for painting something, I believe the painting should stand on its own. If it doesn't work as a painting without explanation, then I haven't really done my job. I haven't been able to get what's in my heart and my head through my fingertips and onto the canvas. So it's also true, though, that I haven't really represented visually how important art is in the balancing act of my life, how vital it is to my mental health, and how I have consciously used art as a scaffold out of debilitating depression. Don't get me wrong. Yes, I got professional help. Yes, I used medication. I talked to friends and family, and the kindness of strangers helped me unexpectedly. But in the end, when with all this support, I was able to create my own path back to health, art was my way. The residency was for the Country Health SA's inpatient units, specifically mental health units. And it was really important to me that I present not a band-aid, not just a bit of fluff, a bit of distraction for the moment, but a real engagement with patients, staff, carers and family, which was the brief. Definitely not a, I've done this and you can too, pep talk, but an exploration. I spoke to many people about the proposal, and I would like to particularly thank Lewis, Eloisa, Fraser, Matthew and Maddie for their insights and their encouragement. You can never get these open when you want to change the events page. Now, although I was not granted that residency, I discovered that there were paintings and a story to be told. And the works were like characters in a story demanding their expression. So what was beyond the blues for me? How did I get there? Recognising that beyond blue is not a destination, but a journey and a cycle. I'm going to digress a little here. When I paint, I'm immersing myself in that moment, in that memory, recalling colour, light, mood, sensation, sound, taste, smell, temperature. I've often spoken of the fact that in my fruit works I'm painting a specific memory. But why? Why choose a memory as my creative start button? It was a choice, a very conscious choice, to surround myself daily with memories of happy, joyful, quietly delicious moments, moments of colour, moments of abundance. Yet for all that, very ordinary moments I could be grateful for each day. I was retraining my brain. I started painting in the morning before I went to work. And in a twist on Wayne Dyer's phrase, if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change, I modelled, if you change the things you look at, the way you see things change. In this way, art became my kite string. I held on tight and chose painting to lift me out of my personal morass. I like to think that as people view my work, they're encouraged to change the things they focus on too. In a very real way then, visually expressing my journey beyond the blues meant immersing myself back in that moment. Painting these emotional or expressive abstractions could carry me into some potentially dangerous waters. It's only because I have painted all those happy memories that I felt I had the resilience to address this aspect of my art practice. From the beginning, I also wanted to ask the question, what is blue? It's a colour with many moods. We feel blue, we sing the blues, we seek the bluebird of happiness and celebrate blue skies ahead. Blue is calming. As an artist, the three essential blues in my palette are phthalo blue, cerulean and ultramarine. But what mood did each of these pigments portray? So each of my Beyond Blue recovery paintings are based on a different blue. Each was essentially painted in a day, and the first one created a construct which the other two followed. Beyond Blue Recovery 1, Acknowledgement, is the first step. The blue sky is there, but I can't reach it myself. Here I'm boxed in, and my internal spark is overlaid with dark thoughts. This particular painting is based on a phthalo blue, and many of the artists, if you want to chat to me later about how I created those moods, with what colours I blended them, I'm most willing to talk to you about it. Beyond Blue Recovery 2, Support, asking for help was the second step. The blue sky is there. Your awareness of it is increasing, but you still can't reach it for yourself. The kindness and support of others provides your motivation. Only external drivers animated me at this point. So this is based on cerulean blue. Beyond Blue Recovery 3, Action, I've found what energises me. I've created a path and can reach the ever-widening blue skies myself, and this is based on ultramarine blue. Still can't get these pages separated. So the series of 6 works behind you, entitled Blue Skies Ahead, look at the very changeable nature of the hues and tints of blue and link the cyclical weather patterns to the cyclical nature of living with depression. I don't like that term much. I prefer to think I'm living my recovery. There are many blues explored in other paintings throughout the house, and it's up to the viewer to decide whether they convey calm, contemplation or energy. By the way, did you know that scientists are now studying blue space, like Japanese forest bathing? So the beach version of forest bathing, when you go to the beach and you immerse yourself visually in all of that blue, the blue sea and the blue sky, your brain pattern actually changes. You become calmer and you're able to solve problems more creatively. So maybe the phrase, I have the blues, will take on a whole new meaning. So I thank you all for coming on this loveliest day we've had for quite a while, and take the time to really appreciate blue skies at last.